What's up, everybody? It's Forgotten Circus. I was a little busy this week, so a little late on my episode 2 review. And I know the next episode 3 comes out in like a day or two. So I'm just going to give a quick overview because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen other other content that has explained it. But I just want to go from my impression on it. First of all, the whole thing is lies within lies. Literally, it's lies with everybody's lying to everybody. No, literally, everybody's just lying to everybody. So, say it one more time. They're lying to everybody. Yeah. So, how it kind of starts off, and a problem I have with it, it seems like and it's just when I've been watching, they're having HBO is like notorious with that. Is the 4 sex scenes, they just throw it in there. That's cool. Okay. But it's like, do they have to be that long? Well, we only have 6 episodes here. We only have 6 episodes. We can do some off the screen stuff. We need to speed it up a little bit. But it does speed up, but it's still kind of a mystery. So we get it. I do like how, so the show kind of pulls me in and it kind of drops out. You see some of Denny Villeneuve, Denis, some of his touch to it you can see, and then sometimes like I must say that the special effects so far in the show, like the special effects, and it's pretty good. Some of the stuff looks real, and I like the seeing Salusa Secundus actually at its height. This is probably the peak because everything's about to unfold. That's why we're doing this. I did like the more seeing about how the Bene Gesserit work. I know some people might find it boring, but now you're starting to see from their side of things and how they're manipulating each other and don't even know it. Because we know that what is it? Mother Superior Valia is definitely the villain. But there's well, not really. Everybody's really because everybody lying to everybody in the show, like literally. So I did like a lot of those parts. I did like to see that they call them acolytes. My favorite show, The Acolyte. Please bring us season 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I could make so much content. But anyway, the acolytes of the Bene Gesserit, right? And you're starting to see that some of them just don't trust it. They're like, and I get it. They take them from certain families and they manipulate. They're all about manipulation for their agenda. I mean, everybody is. And am I getting this wrong or am I getting this mixed up? So the one that Valia, the two have me confused. The one that Valia killed, and then Reverend Mother, the one that was supposedly poisoned or whatever, but wasn't she like 3 billion years old? But she's a descendant of the Atreides, right? Somewhere in there, she's an Atreides, I believe. I'll have to go back and check it out. But it seems like plans within plans, lies within lies. But you get to see, and there's a part in here where I was like, yo, who is this guy Desmond Hart? But I'm starting to understand because I read something somewhere. He could be a herald of Leto II, the God Emperor, the Golden Path. Maybe. And he does say in here, well, I'll get to that part in a little bit. But I did, I never want to be in any House Corrino prison. That's crazy. They just suspend you in the air and turn off the lights or make real dim lights so you can barely see. That sounds like straight torture. Jeez. So they suspend them in the air because they're like, all right, I mean, everybody's lying in here. The only one that seems like they ain't lying, or the one that they're calling a liar, may not be a liar. Like he's been telling the truth in riddles sometimes. But can we all agree that Travis Fimmel, he is like the greatest, one of the greatest like facial actors. He doesn't have to say much. It almost looks like he has like kind of a tick to his character. A lot of people use the same way with Ragnar and Raised by Wolves, but it just works with every situation with his character. And people could say he's getting typecasted as a certain type of character. I don't think so. I think he's got way more range, but it's working in the show. He's one of my favorite characters, and I know he's a made up character for the show, but it was pretty pretty cool. His facial expression, his little ticks and stuff, and like it seems like he's way ahead of the game of everybody. So I do agree with maybe possibly he could be a herald of Leto. No, we don't know, right? Maybe we do, and it's right in front of us. So I do understand that. What is that other house? Oh, the one where he burned the air. Whatever their house is with the fleet. So he trying to do all that. And I did sometimes I thought that Emperor Corrino in this show so far is so soft, bro. So soft. And it seems like his wife is the strongest one out of the couple. And he gets his part because he does tell him like, yo, I gave you an audience. Who do you think you're talking to? Your ships. So I tend to forget some of the, and then there's the Atreides. So the sword master Atreides, which is this descendant of you know, the Atreides that took down the actual thinking machines. But the technology in this world is dope without thinking machines or any AI or anything like that. I do appreciate like, oh, it makes sense they still have that technology. Because I think people get it confused sometimes, like they got rid of all the technology, but why do they still have flying ships? And you know, what are they called? Starliners, the ones that Spice Guild use. But that's more control too. That's more so they can control where they're going. They need those people. Um, but we got to and this 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 love story between the two of them just isn't working for me. The Atreides and the Corrino um princess, it's just not working for me. It's kind of boring. Like it's just not working. I'm all for relationships, like with Emperor Corrino and his wife. They got like that tight bond, and I do respect her because everybody's lying, and she's like, wait, if everybody's lying, and they saying this guy's lying, which is Desmond Hart, I want to ask the guy that everybody's accusing of lying because I know all y'all lie. So I did like how she talks to him, and she's like a prophet, and he's like something. See that part right there too, and like the scene when um Valia comes in and talks to Desmond Hart because she grants an audience, and he's sitting there and she just can't read him. And I love the finger language between them. Why, their little Bene Gesserit language, like real subtle stuff. And she's like controlling it, but Desmond Hart ain't buying it. She was like, "Oh, I can't tell if he's lying." Yeah. So that whole part too was pretty trippy because now it's making you wonder a lot more. So anyway, they spend it back in the air and they go through the episode. They have the whole Water of Life. I know I'm missing some stuff. I don't want to make it too long because you've seen other videos, but they have that Water of Life ceremony. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is the most boring Water of Life ceremony." Oh, terrible. I like the ones with the sandworm, baby sandworms, but yeah. But then I got into it. So obviously, there's a kicker here. We got a little battle with the Bene Gesserit on the other side, and she calls her out, Harkonnen. So I'm pretty sure a lot of acolytes going to be looking at her like, wait, and then she says all the stuff, and I'm pretty sure the acolytes can pick up on it because you can see them. So says Harkonnen, and then she dies. It sucks because I was kind of interested in the character. I thought she was the chosen one. Maybe she's not. Maybe she'll come back. You never know. But there's a whole different world out there that Bene Gesserit got to worry about. And it seems like they got another plan. They trying to put Paul on the throne so then he get his son on the throne. I don't know. There's so much manipulation and in the show that you just don't know where it's going. So you had all that, and you're like, oh darn, well that sucks. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit. So you get to the one last thing I want to end on is basically that scene with or two scenes, which is basically the end when after he talked to the wouldn't she be the Empress? I don't know. But anyway, Corrino's wife, when you finally see Desmond Hart walks up and he walks up on the family and then of the one that the son was murdered, the heir was murdered. and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, you're him," because he said, "I'll bring you to him." And so yeah, and how they just let him use that and punk that family, like, dog, we got other things at work here. So Desmond Hart done worked his way up. And then we end off basically after that. So now Corrino's definitely, he is a prophet, some type of prophet. He may be. He may be like the first like Paul or Leto, the early version, the untamed version. Not, well, Paul, we all know what he does. Yeah, but anyway, hey, everybody's expendable in this world. They got too many people, population control. But yeah, so the Reverend Mother and they're like, oh yeah, she's basically, she goes this thing, and then Desmond's there too. And this scene too, I was like, oh, we're gonna have a battle of the wits, and the two of them are going at it. And I really like this scene here. I really liked it. And she's saying, you think I'm like some young boy, something that you can confuse? And then she does, tries to tap in a little bit, you can see, and she's like, well, that didn't work the last time. So then he's sitting there saying everything to her, like, you got to go. Oh, you're here to replace me? You? Like, well, you don't know. And he has told people that Shia Lude showed him something even more than they can see and granted him powers. So if you don't know what Shia Lude or who Shia Lude is, look that up. I mean, you should know if you're watching this video, right? But I thought she had him. And he's really good. After the second one, when she did the voice and shit, take out your knife, put it to your neck. That, after the first one, I was like, oh no. Because his eyes, he wasn't like struggling. He was just acting like, and it just showed how much more powerful he is than them. So I don't know. We got the other side of whatever that darkness falls. I don't know, when she took the water of life, we got them in it now. So it's getting a little supernatural here on the other side. We're going to see. But anyway, overall, it was an okay episode. I just don't like certain stuff. You don't have to force all that. We have to speed it up. If you wanted that, you could have had filler episodes and done like 10. And I'm big on the 10 to 12 episodes for some of these shows. I'm telling you, it'll work out. More people will watch, because some people are like, oh, 6 episodes. Oh, man. I don't know. I think you could do a lot more world building if you did. But I know you got the movies and everything, so they really want to branch off with the movies more, because obviously they make more money. But overall, I think it's okay. It's got slow pacing at sometimes like, and then it pulls you back in. You see that Denis touch a little bit. So, but good episode. Explain a lot more. I want to know more about Desmond Hart. I really do. I think it's dope, and I think he's one of the brighter things that are in this show. And I do like Mother Superior Valia. She's so slick and cunning too. And even the Emperor's wife, she's good too. I just the Corrino, like, even though it's an Atreides and I'm House Atreides all the way, for the Duke. I think we can leave some of their riffraff out. So we all know that Atreides have their hands and stuff, because she says it too in Atreides. So it's just some of the scenes that their chemistry isn't working for me. It's just not. I don't know. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm back, guys. I'm making more videos. It's okay. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.